Okay, Bruchim Habayim, welcome everyone. Good to see you all. Baruch Hashem, welcome back. For those who been away for a few weeks, and welcome to the new attendant here, and also from Israel. We have guests here, special guests. And Be'ezrat Hashem, tonight we're going to talk about something that's very, very important. And Be'ezrat Hashem, next week we're not going to have a class. We're going to have, because it's going to be Tisha B'Av, the fast of Tisha B'Av. So what we're going to do, we're going to have on Monday night, everybody's invited to join us. We're going to have something very uplifting night. Instead of just pray and cry and sit on the floor and cry for the destruction of Beit HaMikdash, we're going to have like kind of shiur and very emotional night to connect to ourselves and what is the destruction of Beit HaMikdash connect to us. Very powerful. So everybody invited to join us. I'm going to send you the information for next week, Monday night. So we're going to meet Be'ezrat Hashem the week after. We're going to have a single event for in honor of Tu B'Av, the love day, Yom HaAhava. It's not just single events, also it's about relationship and everything. So we're going to also send the information about this night. So let's begin. So welcome again. Be'ezrat Hashem, tonight we're going to talk about something that's very, very important, that I didn't know how I got to this topic. I just got, I got whatever I got from Hashem, any information. Hashem decide which topic I'm talking about. So it just come in mind, daddy's issues. And this is a topic that I was exposed to this topic because I'm working with a lot of couples and a lot of people that going through difficult and challenges in their life, whether it's in a relationship, whether it's an emotion, whether it's any kind of feeling of low self-esteem, anything that connecting to the self-development, and any person that's trying to succeed, to expose himself and to grow, a lot of things connected to the childhood that we're going through. And I don't know if you know, there is a book, special book in relationship that talks about how all the relationships that we have and whatever any people that we attract to our life connected whatever any kind of relationship that we have from our parents, but especially the relationship that we have with our father. Whether you're a male or female, man or woman, anything that you're going through, and any man and any relationship that you have is connecting to the relationship that you have with your parents, with your father. If you have a healthy and strong relationship, very open, very honest, and very powerful relationship, you're going to be very successful and you can achieve a lot of things, and also you can build your family in the right way. And opposite, God forbid, if you have a toxic relationship or very distance and you can't even develop any kind of connection, talking, honest, you feel scared, you feel kind of bad feeling around your father, you might have a lot of problems along the way in your life. And the reason that I talk about this, because we just begin and start the month of Av. Av in Hebrew, which means Abba, father, right? And the Gemara said, in Ta'anit Daf Kaftet, the Gemara said, Mishenichnas Av mema'atim besimcha. What is the Mishenichnas Av? When Chodesh Av, when the month of Av begin and enter, we have to reduce our happiness. So of course, the Mishnah refer to the fact that in this month, 2 of the temples got destroyed. The first Beit HaMikdash, the second Beit HaMikdash. So because of that, we have 9 days that we have to reduce. The Gemara didn't say, be depressed, be sad. The Gemara said you have to reduce your happiness. Right? That's why we don't eat meat, we don't drink wine for 9 days. We're not celebrating any kind of celebration, we're not listening to music, and we're not shaving and taking haircut and many stuff like that, because it's not a good days. That's why we're not traveling in those days. We're not going to any kind of vacations. And whatever you want to do it after Tisha B'Av. It's not a good days. Even the Gemara said that the lack of Am Israel, if you have any kind of surgery, any kind of judgment that you need to go, lawsuit, anything that is major decision, major things on your life, don't do it in those days. It's not a good days. Very bad luck you might have and cause a lot of problems. So the Gemara talks about that we have to reduce our happiness because Av, the month of Av, begin. But I wanted to take it for a different level. Like Chazal said, I don't know if it's a joke or no, but Mishenichnas Av, when Abba entering, everybody less happy, right? You see all the kids running away, playing in a computer, in the iPad, or even fighting or whatever. Boom, Abba is coming. I remember when I was a child, I just hear my father was climbing on the boom, boom, boom. Like he's climbing on the stairs. We got like chill, we all hide the computer. We just had Walkman at that time. But we just hide whatever we used to play. And we all ran away to the room. Oh, Abba is coming. Right? It's always like that. Even the Torah said, Ish imo ve'aviv tirau. What is Ish imo ve'aviv tirau? The Gemara said, why the Torah command us to have a fear from your mother and to respect your mother? Why? The Torah said in the Ten Commandments, kabed et avicha ve'et imecha. You should respect your mother and your father. But another pasuk said you have to have an awe, a fear kind of, from your mom and respect your father. Why? The Gemara said in Kiddush Lamed Aleph, because naturally the Torah didn't say to have a fear from your father. Why? Because naturally you have. Right? Just the fact that Abba is here, you know, there's a woman, they always said, Wa'alik, Abba is coming. Wait a few minutes, Abba is coming. Oh, I'm going to call Abba. And she's scared. She uses it as a weapon for the kids. Okay, Abba is coming. Okay, Wa'alik, if you're not going to listen to me, if you're not going to go to sleep, if you're not right? Abba is coming. Always Abba, he's look like and he's represents something scary, right? Right? Exactly, like authority is something that I don't want to mess up with, right? For most of the people. Some of the people, they have a good relationship and they not have kind of fear, especially these kids today, they don't care. Today, it's totally different. Today they changed the commandment. Instead of kabed et avicha ve'et imecha, leman ya'archun yamecha, instead of the Torah said you should respect your parents in order to get a long life, today they change it. Respect your kids in order not to cut your life. Because if you're not going to respect and give the kids whatever they want, they're going to reduce the amount of years in this world. Right? They're going to make you cuckoo. So the Torah said that you should have off from your mom because in your father you already have. So what is exactly the father represent? What is the Torah said that we have to have an awe? Why we need to have a fear? Why we cannot just develop any kind of relationship, healthy relationship, or kind of open up relationship? Should I be a friend with my kids? Should I be the one who is controlling or is demanding, like a soldier? Come on, go to the. Some of the culture, especially the Moroccan, the Bukharian, all the people that grow up around the Arabs, right? They have a very demanding behavior or demanding relationship with their parents. Go to sleep. They not even talk. They talk with their eyes. Right? You can't even move, right? I've been one time in Bukharian family in Shabbat. It's like, לא מדבר, no talking, sit down, fish now, the meat. Everything is like, like I couldn't even breathe. Like there's no talking, there's the father, the kids, everybody have to go and listen, and there's no arguments. There's one way, right? So the people, they have a little bit different, but especially whoever grew up in a Moroccan, they know that the belt is very useful, and especially the kids up to 10 years old, they got a lot of slap, right? Who is agree what I'm talking about? But today, if you're gonna flick, if you're gonna a little bit for your kids, they're gonna call the police on you, right? You can't even say anything.
Child services.
Exactly, child services, exactly. And not even big age, even 12 years old, 13, 14, they can fight against you, they don't even care. So what is the Torah exactly? Should we suffer, or we grow up in an environment or in a place that have this fear? The Torah, that's what the Torah wants us to do. That's what the perspective of the Torah, that we have to have a fear. And whatever we're talking about the Father, soon we're going to talk about our relationship with God, with Hashem, right? How is the Torah wants us to develop this relationship? Should I be scared? There's difference, very little difference between to respect my parents, to respect my father. The Gemara said, and even the Halakha, the Shulchan Aruch, and Yoreh De'ah, Siman Reshmen, the Shulchan Aruch said that you're not allowed to sit on your father's chair, you're not allowed to talk or interact when he's talking, you're not allowed to raise your voice, you're not allowed to, a lot of things. That this is connect to how to respect and to have a kind of official and not to cross this line. But what kind of relationship we should have? And if I had bad relationship or scary relationship or trauma in my childhood, should I be suffer all my life because of that? Right? Even the Torah said, Banim lo yumtu alavot. The Torah said in one place, Poked avon avot al banim, al shilishim ve'al ribeim. Hashem, He's punished the children, even for so many generations, after 4 generations, because of what the father did, right? Because of the sin of the father. Even the kids can be suffered. And the Gemara in Brachot of Zan, the Gemara said in contradict another pasuk, that the kids, ubanim lo yumtu alavot, the kids cannot be suffered because of what their fathers did. So the Gemara said it depends. If you're still doing the same thing that your father did, you're still holding the same behavior, you're still, not keeping and not doing the right things like your father did, so you're going to suffer because of your father. But if not, Yirmiyahu even said, the prophet Yirmiyahu said, he said, Avot yochlu boser v'shinei banim tikena. It's a very famous sentence. What is that? How you say boser? The father eats something.
Not ripe.
Right?
Not ripe.
Not ripe, unripe, or raw, something like that, or unready, something like that. And the kids' teeth will hurt or get damaged or something like that. These no. Yirmiyah said very clear. Don't think that the father have the effects that if the father did something wrong, I should be suffer because of that. No. Ish bechet'o yumatu. Every person have the responsibility for his own actions, have the responsibility for his own seeing anything and any decision that you make in your life. You have the responsibility. You have nothing to do with your father. This is what the Torah said, right? So whatever your father did, not only about the sin that your father did, what about the traumas that your father did? What about the damage that your father did? What about the words, the scary places, those moments? Soon we're going to get to it in the end, because I'm going to do small meditation. to clear it, but a lot of people that remember moments of sometimes lock you in the room, screaming like a fire on you. You're such a bad boy. Nothing will come out of you. I'm gonna destroy you. I'm gonna burn you. I'm gonna blah, 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 blah. It's unbelievable. A lot of bad things. Not only that, a lot of people suffering from abandonment. Not abundance. Abandonment. Right, exactly. Because the father was not there. The father was not there. You can think about those kids. I saw a research, more than 81% in America of the kids suffering because of this issue of abandonment, that the father is not there. Even he said, I'm here. You're not here, I'm sorry. You're not there. Physically, because you're too busy. You're flying, you're going, you're busy at work, right? Those people who work 10, 16 hours a day, they barely come home. What is the relationship that you have with your kids? Hi, bye, go to sleep, boom, give me a hug, give me a kiss, boom, yalla, lech habayta, right? What kind of relationship you have with your children? Only they see you as, don't use the computer, what is that? You using the iPad? You still watching? What is that? It's not clean up your room, it's not organized, wake up, boom, boom, I'm going to punish you, I'm going to take it away, you're going to be grounded, you're going to be Mala, tiraga. The research says that a father barely spends 10 minutes of quality time with his children per week. Can imagine. Barely 10 minutes. Hi, bye, shalom, shalom, boom. You're not even involved in their life. They're not even involved in their emotional, in their story, in their fear, in their anything that he's going through. If you don't know 3 or 4 friends of your children, whether if you have 2 or 3 or 6 children, if you don't know the most friends of your daughter, you don't know your daughter. You don't have any relationship with your daughter. You don't have any relationship with your son. What kind of relationship you have? You don't listen to them. You barely put them to sleep. You smack the door, or everything is like demanding. It's very, very scary. So what kind of relationship you have? So a lot of people suffering because of that, for abandonment, or emotionally you're not there, because a lot of people, when the father is in the house and you're screaming, let's say, you have hurt, you have pain, or someone hurts you, you got abused in the class, you got abused at school, you got bullied. Abba, this kid did it to me, or he said that I'm not pretty, or he said a lot of little girls, or even boys, or he bullied me, he put me name, he called me names. Yalla, move on, don't listen to that, or shut up, don't cry, little boy. Don't cry, you're such a... They always put you down, they shut your emotion. You can't even express your emotion in front of your parents. Especially for your dad, for your mother, still can cry, she still can hug you, still can kiss you and give you like a little bit of attention. But the father, most of the people suffering from daddy issues because of that. You're not there for me. You're supposed to be the one who hold me, who accept me, who provide your strength. You do, and I'm talking as a father, right? And we all lacking of that, and we try to be our best, but sometimes you don't have the time, or you don't have the attention, or you don't have the tools, or the whatever you call it, to be there for all of them, especially if you have many kids. But how much we can still suffer for those things. How the relationship with our Father affects our life. Whatever we suffer and whatever we're going through in childhood, whatever any kind of relationship you got, is going to affect your life. There is a research that shows that those girls who go into the street and they're looking for other people, even crazy, even drugs, even crazy people, because they didn't have this kind of relationship with their father. They're looking for someone that can replace them. So even even it's going to be someone who's going to be narcissism, even it's going to be someone who's abused them, even it's going to be someone who just used them for a period of time, they don't care. They don't get the recognition that even they deserve to be loved, right? So the research says like that. Sigmund Freud, he's the one who developed this kind of theory about daddy's issues. And he says that everything that a kid grow up, especially from 1 year old, that he's starting to understand that he is existing outside of his mother, until up to 1 year old and sometimes 1.5, he still thinks that he's connected to his mother. But since then he's going outside and he's looking to go into different rooms in the house. And there's two ways how the mother pay attention to him. Some of the kids, they can go all over the house and she give him the space. And when he come back, she's still on the phone and she's still busy. Yalla, lech mipota, go away, right? This kid always was sick for love. Is going to be the one who's, you know, those people who, please tell me that you love me. Please tell me that I'm pretty. Yalla, get out of here. Give me some space, right? It's called in Hebrew, tipus nitzmad. He's the sticky guy. Right. And another kid can walk and scroll over the house, and the mother, she's not gonna let him go. Oh, come on, come over here, sit next to me, sit on the couch. You're not going, you're not jumping, you're not going. So this guy, he needs and is seeking for freedom. Leave me alone. He don't want people to hug me, to kiss me. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. You took me so much. The same thing with the mother, the same thing with the father. So when we grow up, we develop our identity. We develop our identity from the age of 2 until the age of 8. Some of the research says 7, but up to 8 years old, we develop our identity, that this identity reflects anything and whatever we're going through. All our limited beliefs about ourselves, about money, about business, about people, about woman or man, about the world, everything that you're going through, all your values and triggers and everything that you develop, whatever you believe that you are, whatever your father tells you that you are. Whatever your father, he's the one who tells you. So whatever your father says to you, that's you believe that it's good or not. If your father says that you're dumb or you're stupid or nothing will come out to you, or you're a little boy, or you're not pretty enough, or come on, why are you eating pizza? You're such a fat boy. Something like that. Sometimes we say it as like with coincidence, but this little girl developed something. Someone told her that she's fat. So she have the identity, I'm fat. So I'm going to show everyone, I have to be consistent. A person, he's the one who always going to be consistent with the identity. That's the only way I can feel certainty about myself. So I develop kind of a place that because of my father or someone in the family, sometimes from the mother too, but because of that, the way how you treat me, the way how you give me love and attention and connection and anything that you think about me, that's what I develop. Some of the women, especially the women who got sexual abuse, something like that, they can be developed kind of of identity that they are fat because they don't want anybody to touch them, to abuse them, to treat them not in the right way. So she developed kind of a place that she's not pretty. But emotionally, a woman that she's seeking and always looking for someone, especially a man that is a father, someone that needs to give her the strength, the place that she can rely on, and she don't get it, God forbid, she can go outside and she can develop low self-esteem. I'm not loved enough, right? Nobody loved me. I'm not pretty enough. And she's going to go and attract someone that he's even bigger than her, 10 years. And even he's not going to behave in the right way. But as long as she gets someone bigger than her, she's going to stay and stick in this kind of relationship. And even if she gets divorced, she's going to get another place and another person, the same thing, because she never healed from the wound that she had from her father. Right? So anything that we're going through, even as a man, even as a boy, that you don't get your quality time with your father. He's never there for you. He's not listening to you. Always judge you. Always put you down. Always say something. Or always he's demanding. Oh, whatever you go, whatever you got in your teuda, in your certificate, and the what's it called?
Report card.
What?
Report card.
Yeah, report card. Yes, in America it's report card. In Israel, kabel teuda velech habayta. So report card. So whatever you got, what your father said, instead of, oh wow, that's a beautiful, that's a 90, 92, 90, oh, what is that? You're not getting 100%. What's it? Come on, go home. So always you in the place that you need to please your father. So when you don't have it and your father is not appreciate you, he's not admire you, he's not compliment you enough to show you that you're the best. It's okay to tell you something, okay, to make you grow. But how many comments and bad words we say to our children? Most of the time, 80% negative, 20% positive, if we have the positive. Some of the people, it's 95% of negative. You're not good enough, you're not working time enough, you're getting late, you're not good in homework, you're not good in school, you're not you're not listening, you're not getting your room ready, you're not taking that, you're not helping mommy, you're not helping out, not taking your plate, you forgot to say bracha, you forgot to come shachrit, forgot to put tefillin, yalla. Come on, and then you're taking the shofar. Someone dig you in your mouth. Like, come on. That's what a lot of people in the age of 13, 14, yalla, keep it. I don't want to be religious anymore, right? A lot of people that grow up in very Moroccan demanding father, and when they grow up in the age of 14, forget about it. I don't want to be religious. I don't need all of that. I want some freedom. When you grow up in a place that your father is not there for you physically or emotionally, you don't have any time. When you tell him something, he said that you're stupid, you care about what people think, or he's not taking it seriously, or come on, tell me what do you have. Oh, come on. You don't have the right time for you. Come sit and talk together. You know, this guy, someone sent me a few years ago a very powerful video, short video, that shows a little kid, 8 years old, and when his father come home and he said, Abba, and his father on the phone, yes, come on, I have to close the deal with the business, talking, Abba, Moshe, get out of it, Moshe, get out of it. Abba again, trying to grab his attention, what do you want? How much you make per hour? He said, are you serious? What are you getting in my business? Shut up, you have everything you have. What are you asking? I mean, some of the fathers, they're embarrassed to say how much they make per hour, but he was a businessman. Abba, how much you make per hour? And he said, I'm making $300 per hour. Why? Why are you asking me? So he ran away. The day after he came, and he got collected from the money from Hanukkah and Purim, whatever. He got like $50. And he said, Abba, can I have 10 minutes from your time? Can I buy your time? And when you see it in the video, it's unbelievable. His father like dropped the phone and he said, wow, Moshe, you need to buy my time? I'm so sorry. I didn't have time for you. I make other things priority instead of being for you. And I'm so sorry. Come on, tell me, what are you going through? And then he started to develop kind of relationship, like he's listening to his children. So we all got the same kind of behaving, or the same kind of lacking that we expect from our father to behave in a certain way. We judge our parents, each one of us, and most of the people, we judge our parents consistently. We don't understand why they behave in a certain way, why they behave to us in a certain way, to our siblings, why they behave to my mom in a certain way. Why mommy and daddy fighting all the time? That's another story. If you grow up in a place in toxic relationship, or your father and your mother got divorced or problems in the relationship, that's more than 60% of rate divorce for the kids to get divorced. Chas v'shalom. If you grow up in not in a healthy relationship, because you got the perspective, you got the idea what is a relationship all about, how you should behave. If you see screaming, cursing, fighting, and stuff like that, that really, really affects your life. So, what we're supposed to do about it? If we grow up in this kind of relationship, and we didn't get enough love, enough attention, enough recognition, this can reflect also about your business, your career, what kind of people you're working with. You can have a boss that you always please them. Whatever you do, even you're suffering, even he scream at you, even he put you down, even you don't like this job, you don't like this business, you don't like this place, or you're getting hurt, you're getting stabbed all the time, you're always going to please them because you feel low self-esteem. You have low self-confidence. You're going from a job to job, you quit. You know those people every month they have another job, another partner, another place. Where are you? I'm between jobs. Well, you're between jobs for 10 years. What is the what is the time you can have a normal job? Right? Because those people who didn't get enough love and enough attention, and they always please others. They never think that they are deserved to be in a certain place. They don't have the self-esteem. Who am I? They're always connecting what my father think about me, or how I grow up and I didn't get it. So I have these issues. Okay, so it can affect your relationship, what kind of spouse you're going to get, what kind of a person you're going to attract to your life. What are you looking for? Your business, your health, the same thing. Your health, your depression, your emotional world, the same thing. If your father says, "Don't cry, little baby. Don't say, don't be sad. Come on, get up. Come on." No, he needs to cry right now. He needs to stay for 1 hour and cry. It's okay. She's not stupid. Sometimes the little girls, especially girls, they cry all the time. Sometimes they cry for 2 hours. They have no idea for what. But instead of shut their mouth, you should be there for them and listen to them or give them the space, right? But if she grow up like that, or he's grown up like that, what he's getting, I should not express my emotion outside. So they're growing with a lot of anger, that develop depression, deep depression. When they grow up, that's why you see little kids going to drugs, right? Because they have so much pain, and even he cannot say to his parents, "I'm suffering. I don't have enough love. I don't feel that I'm fulfilling myself. I don't feel that I'm worthy. So I need something to distract my mind. I need something to have to avoid my pain." Or you stuck to other friends, even stupid and very low economically and mentally and whatever, very bad society, because they appreciate you and your drug to be like them, to satisfy them, and you go in and do stupid things. And you don't say, "Why? It's my little kid. What did I miss? He grew up in my house. How he went for these stupid kids? How he's surrounding with these kind of people? How my girl going to these kind of places?" You see, in Israel, they're going with Arabs. God forbid. A lot of girls that I know, that I grow up with, my sister's friends, they going with Arabs. You don't understand. People from Kiryat Sefer, from places Charedim, they grow up Charedim. And the father is learning, he's praying, he's like disconnecting, he's like, have 10 kids, you don't have an, and his little girl, boom. She becomes secular, then she finds herself in a village somewhere. You're going to pay for it. We have the responsibility for everything that we do for our children. Sometimes we damage them. We make them scratch and we make them wound. We make them so much things that can affect their life forever, right? Some of the people, they get back on track when they get to 18, 19, or they go to the army, or 20, when they go to yeshiva, or they become chozer b'tshuva, or the age of 25, they're a little bit more mature. But some of the people, they still losing themselves. And you're asking yourself, what should I do? So what can I do? What can I do in this kind of place if I see someone that going through something like that, or we have something that is not exactly healthy, and I'm catching myself in a place that I'm the same loop. Sometimes a lot of people come to me and we talk in a lot of things, and most of the things that he's going through, because he's looking for someone who can rely, someone to listen to me, someone who can appreciate me. So they always look for kavod, they always look for attention. Someone hurt them, they explode. You don't understand what's the trigger. He's an old man, he's a 50, 60, 70 years old. Why is he getting offended? Because the only thing that keep him alive is to get some attention, to get some love that he didn't get it from his father. His father passed away very young age, or left the house, or he was not there physically. So instead of judging them, so you should understand where they're coming from, right? And if you marry to someone, to your wife, or to someone that she's like the little girl, and she's looking for you to replace the image of her father, right? So instead of saying, oh, you're such a stupid, or why you cry, or why you making a big deal, or it's just imagination, and we all like to cancel or to ignore those things. No, you should understand that that is issues that never get healed, never get addressed, right? So remember, the first time that I have the chance to go back to my childhood, it was 5 years ago. 5 years ago, you know what? I had a previous one. 9 years ago. 9 years ago, I went to a seminar, almost the first seminar, the very, very powerful. It's kind of landmark in Los Angeles, 2016. I was in a place that very, very bad, a low place in my life, that I didn't have a job, I didn't have papers in America, I didn't have nothing. I was very, health problems, all the problems that you can imagine. I was very, very low, depression. 5 months, I didn't want to talk, call anyone, go any place, and a very, very, very bad. I remember, so the first days of the course, it's called freedom. How to free yourself from places that you grow up and you have so much resentment and anger and a lot of things that affects you today. You have to go and clean it one by one. So one night, it was a process, a workshop about how to make a clearance with your father and with your mother. So what we're supposed to do, it's called Imigo. Something like that you have to stand, sit down, and go on your knees, and you have to imagine your father in front of you. And you have to, and so the trainer take the microphone and he said, everybody close your eyes. And now I want you to imagine your father in front of you in the chair, sitting in front of the chair. What do you hear? And what do you hear? And he's like talking and talking and talking. Go back to the events in your life that you get hurts or you get bad words from your father. What is that? And you have to say it. You have to scream back to him, and you have to tell, why did you do that to me? I hate you. You have to express all the anger that you kept for 20 years or for 30 years. You have to shout it out. It was an unbelievable experience. For 4 hours, everybody screaming, cursing their life in front of a chair. But it's kind of a metaphor that you have to let it go, and you have to recognize that, and then you go in and you do it for your mother. So I stood in front of the chair, and I was closing my eyes, and then he said, imagine you in your childhood, and I want you to look up in any kind of events that really, really hurts you, or you felt something bad. You felt that your father was not there for you. You felt abandoned. You felt not important. You felt very low, unloved, whatever it is. So I remember myself. It was very, very emotional. I remember myself. I closed my eyes, and then something for 5 years old come up to my head. I remember myself when we drove all the way up north for vacation, family vacation in the summer. And at that time, all the kids sat in the back seat. Even you're 5 or 6, it's the same thing. And we all squeeze somehow, right? We had Subaru. I don't know if you know what Subaru station. So we all in the back seat. And I have 6 siblings, including me, Baruch Hashem. So I remember myself with my brother. We fight all the way, like whatever it is. You're squeezing me. Come on, move on over here. I push him over here, and we fight like a little kids. My father like, come on, enough, stop it, enough, and we still continue another half an hour. We fight again. Abba, look what he did to me. Abba is look, and he needs to focus on the road. My father got like very, very upset. My brother is 4 or 5 years younger than me. So he took me, he opened the door, and he took me out of the car. And he said, you're going to stay here. And he slammed the door, he continued to drive. Imagine 5 years old, in the middle of nowhere. Unbelievable experience. I started to scream on my life. I was, Abba, Abba, where are you, Abba? Abba. I started to grab people. I saw like 2 soldiers. My father left me here. Call the police, call someone. You can drive me, you can take me. I was scared like crazy. It was just 5 minutes, but it looked like lifetime. And I forget about this event, but in this moment that you're going through inside, and then I realized, and then my father, thank God, he came back and he picked me up. Otherwise I wouldn't be here. The foster home, I don't know. My father came back and he picked me up, and I was very, very, I was shaking. I said, you see, I just want to tell you, like, to relax. And then whatever, I grew up, and we had a little bit, kind of, another few events like that, but I don't want to open up, it's going to take so long. But this one very, very powerful that came out to me in this process. I was sitting down and was screaming, Abba, what you did that to me? You know, I feel like you don't care. I feel abandoned. You left me alone. You know what I thought you don't care. You don't love me, blah, 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 blah. And you need to scream your life. Unbelievable experience. But and then what? And then he says, close your eyes again and feel that you're above the event. I want you to look at it in a 3D dimension. 3D dimension, to look at it, not in your perspective, now go to your father perspective. And you're going to be your father, right? And ask yourself, what's your father think about this event? What he did it to you? And then I'm talking in front of the chair, like imagine yourself sitting on the chair and I'm the father. And I said, listen, honey, I love you. And of course, I didn't do it to hurt you, to feel it that way. I just need to focus on the road. I was losing my mind. I got distracted, and I was scared to do an accident or something like that. And then he goes like that. He go back to me. Are you believing that? I'm talking to myself. Are you believing him? If you don't believe, again, Abba, what did you do to me? What do you answer to your son? And then until you clear it, and then you go up again and you ask, and you have to go through God's eyes. And this is the moment that was so powerful. You're going through the God eyes, and you're asking your God, why did I need to go through it? Why these moments of my life that I felt abandoned, I felt behind, I felt nobody cares about me, I felt unloved, I felt unappreciated. Why did I have to go through it in my life, and how it affects my life later on? And then I heard God says, and I said, I need to say to myself, like how much we feel abandoned sometimes from God. And you have to go through it. You cannot change the event that you're going through in life. You can change the interpretation that you give to the events. But if you change the event and you have the emunah that Hashem put you in this situation to teach you something, there is a lot of people feel abandoned out there. And then I got the message from Hashem. I want you to grow up and remember these moments. That a lot of kids feel abandoned out there. A lot of women feel alone. A lot of single people, they don't find themselves. They live by themselves. They live in the darkened places. But you never can feel someone unless you're going through that by yourself. So in order to feel that way, you can have this kind of emotion and understanding to help them, to guide them. To never let someone to be by himself or to feel alone. It teach you to increase and compliment people, to love people, not to judge them, to understand where they're coming from. You have no idea what, if you look at you guys, each one of you got through something. Each one of you have a lot of things inside that you went through in your childhood. Sometimes nobody even know. Nobody even let you to express. You didn't have any options to express it, to say it. So when I changed the event and I saw it through my Father's eyes, that He had the responsibility for me, and it was not just to hurt me or make me any kind of bad feeling. I saw it from my perspective of Hashem that changed the entire things. So that's what I said to people, and that's lead me to search and learn much more about this topic and about myself and about psychologically and all of that, about our emotions and our behavior, whatever we're going through in life, especially in relationship. Sometimes you have fighting, you have a lot of challenges, miscommunication, and you're screaming, or you're fighting, or you behaving like you're the hero or you're the ego. But the ego comes from fear. The ego that you scream on your wife is because of fear that comes from your childhood, that you didn't get love. And you're scared to lose yourself and to lose your family, to lose your loved one, because you're scared to be alone. One of the scariest places, one of the fear that the person have, the most of the fear, the root of the fear that we have in any kind of fear in life is a fear for death. But two major fear we have: I'm not going to be loved, right? I'm not going to be loved, and I'm not going to be enough. Or these situations were never going to be end. So I'm not going to be loved. It comes from our childhood, that we didn't get enough love and enough time. Our father was not there for us emotionally, physically, or mentally, was not there. But we can do something about it. So everybody asking himself, what can I do if I have this kind of relationship with my father? What can I do if my father passed away in a very young age? What if my parents got divorced? So I should be suffering? Yes, you can have two choices: or keep suffering and do nothing about it and go from another relationship to another relationship and suffer with your emotion and yourself, or be depressed and do other substance to distract yourself from the pain that you have, or go for a therapy. Go and seek and go and search for your emotions. What is that coming from? What do I have missing? What is the people that I was admiring in my childhood, and I expect from them to give me the love and the attention and the understanding, and I didn't get it. So what we did in the seminar, we had to go through our childhood house, and we have to choose what kind of people we had at that time, whether it's an uncle, whether it's your parents, whether it's your siblings, and you have to choose which one you expect from him to give you something and you didn't get. Once you go through these images and those people, and you have this list of what is the emotions, the strength, the security, the self-esteem, the self-confidence, whatever you're missing, that's kind of things that you need to share with your spouse. Because only your spouse can heal you. Only your spouse can heal your wound from your childhood. And if you're not going through this kind of seminar as a workshop, can do it through a breath work. I shared with you last week when I did the breath work and I saw all my childhood and I went through all the people that hurts me, whether it's in my childhood, whether it's when I grow up in yeshiva, in the school. You see all the people scream at you and fight against you, curse you, and you see all the blame and guilt, and you cry and you cry and you cry and you cry, but then you come into a place of understanding, of releasing, of forgiveness, that you forgive them. First of all, you have to forgive for yourself. So if you find yourself looking for shidduch for so many years, I saw girls and very, very beautiful souls, they can't find shidduch, or they find shidduch, they can't trust their parent, their husbands. Even they got married, they have few kids, they cannot trust their husbands. And the husband's going crazy. Why are you not trusting me? Why are you checking my phone all the time? Why you drive me crazy? You put Google Map and like you investigation, like you working in the FBI. Come on, I just went to buy cigarettes in the gas station. Why you have to send me some notification? What do you think I'm going? Oh, if you're not answer for 1 hour, she freaks out and she's going crazy. Why? You need to drive me crazy and suck my blood all the time? But instead of judging her, you have to understand where she's coming from. She didn't have the image of her father. She didn't have anybody to trust. Nobody trusts her. Nobody gave her the strength and the emotion, the understanding that she can be trusted, a man. She grew up in a place that her parents didn't have the healthy relationship, so she cannot trust a man. So most of the men are suffering today because the women are not trusting us. Yes or no? If you have in a relationship and your wife is not trusting you 100% that she can close her eyes and be calm when you travel and you're going around and she's going crazy, you can't have a normal and healthy relationship. You always feel something missing. So in the process that we went, in the seminar, we had a circle of men that the trainer asked, who is here that he feel that the woman of his life, she's not trusting him. You know, out of 200 men, 199 raised their hand. 199 raised their hand. So what they did a circle. They asked everyone to bow down or on their knees and open their hands and close their eyes.
Is that landmark?
No, not in Landmark, in a different place. In a different place, breath work, different seminar. And they ask, it's called Awaken, by the way. Danny Morel, do it, if you know. So he's doing very, very deep breath work that you're going through very deep emotional places that you clean and heal all your childhood in 3 days. And this seminar worth 30 years of therapy. You can do it in many, many places. But one of the workshop was, so he asked all the men to bow down on their knees. And he played like a music, very emotional music, and we need to close their eyes. And he asked all the women around to surround us in the outside and also in the inside. And he asked them to come close, and while we crying and we get an emotion and whatever, he asked all the women to say, he put it on the screen and he said, I trusted you, I love you, you're the man in my house, I appreciate you. I appreciate you working so hard and providing parnasa and income for our house. I love you. I trust you. And like everybody going through one by one, and you don't see anybody. You don't know who is around. You hear it from the back and you hear it from the front. You have no idea. You cry like a little baby. Unbelievable. And you feel in the first time you see people, gangsters with tattoos, with like people like almost look like a criminal people, cry their life. Because in the first time, after they shared, they said in the first time, someone tell me that he can trust me. Someone tell me that he appreciates me. Someone tell me that I'm matter, that I'm something, that I have a value. Nobody did it. So many people share that they have so much bad childhood, no connection with their parents and with their father. They go in and grow up and they do so many things, and they all look for love and for recognition. So sometimes we do it for our children. Our children come to us and you're busy on your phone, you're busy with other people, you're laughing, you're joking, you sit in the car for 45 minutes, you not even come home after work because you need to go refresh your head after 12 hours at work, right? Or you're stuck in the bathroom for 35 hours and you don't have time for your children, right? I'm talking about the men. So because of that, your children grow up and they feel, I don't have a father. I don't have, right? So my point is, we develop this kind of relationship because we never do anything about it. You have something today, you have the ability to choose and to heal it by yourself. Or go to a coach, to a seminar, to a workshop, whatever. Or you can go for someone who can heal you by getting, I can help you, of course. You can schedule on rebelessi.com. But you can go through it and really understand where you're coming from and how it affects your life, right? But first of all, you have to go through a place that you heal it, that you come to a place that you're not judging your father. That's why kabed et avicha ve'et imecha. It's one of the most important commands in the Torah. Respect and honor your parents. It's in the same 5, 1 in the right side of the 10 commandments. Underneath, keep Shabbat. Underneath, believe in God. Do not have any other God. Why? Why? Why it's connected? You should put it in the left side. All the comments with the between me and our fellow. No, it's between me and you. Because whatever relationship you have with your father, you have with Hashem. So ask yourself, what kind of relationship you have with God? You feel that Hashem punished you? You feel that Hashem put you in the bad places in life, dark places, pain, suffering? You feel happy to see God? You feel happy when you come to pray? You feel happy when you celebrate holidays? You put tefillin, you light in Shabbat candles? I have to finish the Tehillim, I have to finish learning, I have to come from Minyan. Elul is coming. Av is the word Elul Ba, to remind us Abba is coming, right? Elul is the next month. Are we excited, or we said, oh shit, I didn't go to vacation yet. Oof, Elul is coming. I have to go do slichot. Oof, I have to go wake up early. Oof, I have to do Rosh Hashanah. Oof, I have to buy sukkah, to shake the lulav. Yalla, oof, all the high holidays. Rabbi, when is the holidays finished? What is the date? I have to know. It's too much, I need to breathe. It's too much religious. It's too much. Oof, all the rabbis, all the religious people, right? You feel like someone choking you, right? Chill, come on. Let me watch Netflix and go to the Dominican Republic or to Cancun to sit on the beach and to enjoy life. Right? You're searching all day, vacations in the Bahamas, instead of checking how you can develop your relationship with God. And sometimes we grow up in not a healthy perspective about God, about Judaism, about religion. We don't have this kind of an excitement. And every Elul I'm talking about it. I'm talking about myself, of course. And so we get in God. We said, Avinu Malkenu, Hashem is also your Father, and Hashem is also your King. What kind of relationship you have? You judge God for the events that you have gone through in your life? Oh my God, I'm 40 years old and I'm not a millionaire yet. Oh my God, I didn't get my zivuk yet. I still don't have my family. Oh my God, I don't have that. Oh my God, I waste my time. I'm 50 years old. I don't have my own house. Oh my God, I heard people that, oh my God, life is going to be end. Look what Hashem did. Why did Hashem not listen to me? Hashem not care about me, not listen to my prayers, and not all the judgments. You have a toxic relationship. When is the last time you went outside or you did it bodedut or meditation, whatever any kind of connection you want to do it, and talk to Hashem about your problems? When is the last time you share with Hashem like your friends? I want to share with you what I'm thinking, what I'm going through, my emotions, my obstacles, my challenges. When is the last time you really cry? Not just ask Hashem and demand Hashem what you want. Just share what you're going through. And Hashem is listening to you. He's your best friend. Like Chovat HaLevavot says, instead of trusting other people and asking people for money and trust other people that they can be the one who take you out from your troubles, you ask or expect from people to have the solution and the salvation for you. You have your best friends. About Chovat HaLevavot says, the best friends is Hashem. What is the time that you develop a healthy relationship with God? That's what God made the destruction of Beit HaMikdash. We are not eating meat or drinking wine, and we murdering in those days, but we forget that Hashem left the house. We don't have a father in the house. We grew up in a broken home. That's what we all lost in our generation. The last 2,000 years, we all lost, we all scratch, we all feel abandoned. There's no person that I'm talking that does not feel that kind of abandoned, kind of behind, kind of not love enough, not care enough. Hashem don't care about me enough. How can I trust? How can I share? How can I? He's not listening to me. Look, I'm suffering. I'm doing everything, Rabbi. I met 100 guys and I didn't find my shidduch. I met 100 girls and nobody wants me. Everybody rejects me so you feel kind of, you never develop any kind of relationship with God. So that's why Chazal said, the Mekubalim said, that we have all the 10 sfirot, right? Chokhmah, Binah, Dat. This is the 3 top sfirot that belongs to Hashem. Chokhmah, it's called by the Kabbalah Abba. Binah is Ima. Refer to your father and to your mother. Right? Also connect to relationship. But Abba, it's Chokhmah. In order to connect to Hashem, Koachma, you have to be surrender. In order to connect to Hashem and to develop a healthy relationship with God, you have to close your eyes and to allow yourself and to accept everything that God gave you. And to be happy about it. To change your interpretation. Nothing is bad. Abba didn't throw you out in the middle of the street. Abba didn't do anything to hurt you. Everything is to going through something that you're tikkun and to see. I'm calling you for so many people, for so many events. And you're not waking up and I'm still there for you. The fact that I'm wake you up every single morning, I'm still there for you. But we have expectation. We have a beautiful house, car, everything. We can travel, we can go. But we not appreciate anything. So how can you develop something if you not appreciate anything? You never say Toda Abba. Abba, thank you. If you don't have 5 to 10 minutes to say thank you to Hashem every day about what He gave you, you're not grateful. How are you expecting for God to give you abundance? How are you expecting for God to give you shefa and to work with you? You always criticize, you always blaming, you always have negative energy. Negative energy, Hashem said. You cry and you said and you complaining that you have a hard time. Even I give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have amazing family. You have so many things and I saved you for so many sicknesses. So I'm going to show you what is hard. I'm going to take away all the good things that you had. And then you're going to appreciate. Only when you lost your car, you appreciate the car. Only when something happened in your house and you have to move out, you appreciate the small disgust in the house. Right? Only when your wife leaving you or your husband going away and the problem, you appreciate, come on, go. I'm not going to go, I'm going to be the sweet boy. So this is the time in those days. Mishenichnas Av. When Av is coming, Av is Hashem. The Mekubalim said that we have 7 levels of love in life. All type of relationship that we have. Between father to a son, mother to a son, brother to brother, brother to sister, to grandmother, to grandfather, to your children. All the 7 relatives that we have is all the 7 levels that Hashem loves each one of us. And you should know that each one of us, Hashem loves the biggest Rasha in the world. Like the Baal Shem Tov said, I wish to love the big tzaddik in the world like Hashem loved the big evil guy in the world. Hashem loves, it doesn't matter what you're doing and which level you are, Hashem loves you the most. And Hashem trusts you the most. And Hashem waiting for each one of us. So Hashem said, you want me to build the house? You want me to build Bet HaMikdash? Come on, give me a reason. Heal yourself. How you can heal yourself? So I said, the same thing that you have, that is issues. You want to get over it? You want to fix it? You want to attract much more healthy relationship to your life? Go heal yourself first. Don't get to the second or to the first relationship without healing yourself from a previous relationship. Don't go enter into a relationship without healing your childhood. If you're not going through classes or therapy or any kind of sessions before you're getting married, don't get married. I'm telling you. Because you cannot develop a healthy relationship without going, if you're still sick emotionally or mentally, if you have issues or triggers, anything that the partner will do, you're going to fight, you're going to scream, you're going to do something. So that's why, Mishenichnas Av, Mema'atim Besimcha, we reduce a little bit of happiness. But it's a time to avoid meat, to avoid all the parties, to avoid all the stuff that we're going through to distract ourselves. The time from a moment's quality time to develop a relationship, good and healthy relationship between you and God. To first of all surrender. I'm not trying to be controlled. I don't know where is my time, when is the time that I'm going to be married, when is the time that I'm going to have my own business develop or my own success or whatever. I'm surrounded, first of all. And then I start to appreciate, and then go back and see all your life and understand that God still loves you. There is a famous story about someone that, okay, I'm gonna end with this story. It's about someone that he was falling asleep. And he had a dream about his life. And he sees himself on the beach, walking, and he sees 2 foots on the ground. And he sees the footsteps on the ground. The age of 10, 20, the age of 30, he saw only 1 foot on the ground, on the beach, on the sand. And he grew, and he moved on, and he saw another, the age of 40, the age of 50. And he says, God, where are you? Why you left me alone? Why I have only 1 foot on the ground? Where are you? Why you didn't help me? Why I went through so much difficulty with my life, with my wife, with my kids, with my parnasa, with my business, and so many things. Where are you? Why you didn't? Why you didn't help me? Where are you? And then he heard the voice of God. This foot that you see on the ground is not your foot. It's my foot. It's my foot. And you didn't realize that I picked you up on my arms in those days. I picked you up in my arms and you didn't realize me. You didn't hear my voice. You didn't hear my callings. You thought that I'm not there for you. And I was trying my best to call you to come back to me. But it was not, you were not there. You're always running away and look for other people to love you, to appreciate you, to admire you, to give you love and attention. You look for other people to help you, to give you salvation, to give you money, to give you success, to call in other people, but you didn't pick up the phone to call me. So this is my foot. Just raise your eyes. Just surrender. Just allowing yourself to be the son that Hashem wants us to be. The one Hashem will be proud of us, and Hashem will lift you up to the places that you cannot even imagine. You cannot even imagine. Just surrender. No, what I'm going to do, what I'm going to do. No, shut up. Just shut up and stand and do the healing and understanding that develop kind of a healthy relationship that Hashem love you and appreciate. Write down all the things that you love God. All the things that you're grateful, and you see Hashem giving you so much beautiful, and Hashem will lift you to the places that you cannot even imagine. The same thing for the last minute. The same thing. I want you to see and to heal yourself from your childhood, from any kind of relationship that you had with your father. If you want, you can close your eyes for 1 minute. If not, you can look up to me. I just want you to see a mirror in front of you. And I want you to see in front of the mirror the image of your father. I want you to see this image of your father. And this image, this face of your father looking inside of your eyes. Each one of you have a different image, different type of a father that look at you. I want you to see his personality. I want you to see his love, his knowledge, his wisdom through his eyes. And I want you to look at it for a second, and I want you to say in your heart, in your mind, or maybe in your mouth, what exactly you want to say to your parents. I want you to look at this. I want you to remember the good moments that you had with your father, and just say, Abba, I love you. I just want to tell you that I love you so much. I'm not judging you anymore. I want to release all the pain and the suffering and the judgment and the things, the negativity that I think about and thought about you. And I want to see you as a little child that also seek for love. And whatever you gave me was the best for me and was enough. That this is the only things that you had by yourself. And you also tried to survive, and you did it the best for us. So I want you to take this image and to go inside the mirror and just give him a hug and kiss. Say, again, Abba, I love you. Whatever it is in the world right now, whatever, any place, any house, any country, whatever, if he's alive or he's not alive, just look at them. Just say hello to him. Just say, Abba, I love you, and I'm sorry that I was not there for you. I didn't call you enough time. I didn't call you to ask how you're feeling. I was judging you for so many years, but I want to release it. I want to develop this kind of healthy relationship and to release all the pain and suffering and negativity that I thought for so many years. Because through you, I can connect to myself. Through you, I can connect to my Father up there in heaven. So your Father needs you. If you can give him a call tonight, if you can give him a call tomorrow. He needs to listen to your voice. He needs to listen that you're there for them. When is the last time you say, Abba, I love you? Abba, I care about you. Abba, I appreciate all what you did for me. Because whatever I am today, it's because of you. So this is the time to release everything and to develop a new and healthy relationship. And if you can write him a letter to your father from your heart. And believe me, you're going to feel amazing, amazing, amazing feeling. You can see your image and the image of your father through the mirror, combining and growing, connecting together to one soul. Because you are the extension of your father. And slowly you can open your eyes and see how your father walking with you and proud of you and love you. And he wants you to see you grow. And he's always there for you. And if you get it for your father, if you get it from the Father of the world, our Father, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Hashem, that love each one of us, we can have a different month. Instead of losing our happiness, instead of getting disconnection, instead of feeling bad and trying to avoid those days and to run away from those days, we can allow ourselves to receive much more love. So sit in 5 or 10 minutes, tonight or tomorrow, or whatever it is. Those days, so much powerful days. So much powerful days. The Chazal said, those days of burning will be the happiest days in the year. That's the only way we can bring Mashiach. That's the only way we can bring Hashem to rebuild Beit HaMikdash, when He sees that we wait for Him. When He sees that we love each other, we're not judging each other. If Hashem will see it, Hashem will feel it, believe me, He will come back very, very soon. Thank you so much. Thank you again all for coming. Ezrat Hashem, I'll see you next week for Tisha B'Av. And this class will be dedicated for Manny Fisher and Nasi Kabesa. And thank you. Bezrat Hashem, see you next week. And again, we're going to have an amazing night for Tisha B'Av, Monday night. And we're going to see you in the next class, the next week after Tu B'Av for single events. Bezrat Hashem.